Can you tell me anything
You've
about
got to
this
get them from
sketch?
Junior B to Junior A in
Yeah,
2
that's
seasons.
it.
Death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a
And
bad
again,
omen.
it's completely randomized as well. So like you could be end up playing like cornerback,
Do you
or
recognize
maybe
the
just being the
icon on
banished
this
or just
logo?
be the water
Oh,
boy.
your
You
Turris
don't.
Global.
Bear
Completely
Ishka!
different.
Bear Ishka!
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan
It's
Princess.
like, yeah, just someone like running out of the fucking local
Do
conscription
you know
office,
who
sorry,
owned
post
Congo
office,
Transport?
just saying that
I have
going,
no
and
idea.
everyone else in the queue going, fuck.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
First out the
So
first one on the
what do you
line gets
know?
the easy job. It's
I'll
fucking
show ya.
ridiculous. Oh, by the way, lucky piece of coal.
Nice.
Look
smell.
at the definition on those legs.
What is he wearing?
More specifically, what is he not wearing?
Yeah.
So yes, that's the second Easter egg. If you show Conchita
They
Garcia
don't
the
take much
lucky piece of
interest in
coal,
things like that.
your man
One
gets
of
it
the
from the
boys
desk
might know
there and
about
shows
it.
off his fucking whopper arse.
Right, okay.
Would you be interested
Yep.
in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted.
So, you know, if I was in
Put them
charge of
away
ticking
before
all
you
the
get
things,
overexcited.
every single person would be shown the piece of coal just to see what happens.
Yep,
Now that I know it's a thing.
The owner of the mining company.
exactly.
It was Nico. It was one of Conchita's
Posse of
posse of
hunks.
hunks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a nice little flip. In fairness, like normally it's like if it's a man in power, they want to have like like young attractive women surrounding them. Why not have it the other way around when you have a strong independent woman wanting to basically surround herself with like fucking chiseled men who may or may
Yeah.
not be good at the job? It doesn't fucking matter. Look at his legs. He'll make money from those fucking legs.
Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
I do think it's very funny that the big ginger lad has such a Spanish
Do you know
accent.
where I could find Senor Karzak?
He's one of he's one of the Irish diaspora.
Yes.
How
It turns out
come
his name is like
you're
Sergio
not
McAllister or
wearing
something.
any pants?
I feel more alert without them. A kind of perky. And your boss doesn't
Santiago
mind?
McGuinness.
She
It's
suggests
Santiago McGuinness. Yeah, I love it.
It was a
Now,
store.
being the obnoxious American tourist that we are, we're going to just start looking through cupboards.
No, she does stop you. Okay.
Keep out of there.
Yeah.
That's where the explosives are stored.
I had nothing.
It's disgustingly
A
handsome, man.
disgustingly handsome man.
So, what is it about Quaramonte and their chiseled men? And how do we stop them? Is this how like the mining company has done so well? They basically have all the attractive people working for them so that
I've
like it
never
makes
seen
mining
one.
look sexy.
All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't
Oh,
try
yeah.
to view them with the naked eye.
Like I'd say they are flooding the
I
market.
can see the recruitment ads now. It's just like a big sooty
Ever heard
mess
of a
comes
guy
up,
called
gets
Karzak?
into a sensuous
That
hot
pussy ain't
shower and
busy.
becomes beautiful.
If I don't finish this stalker report, the boss
Yeah,
will be
I can
mad.
imagine their pinup calendar game is fucking strong. Like the sexy farmers calendar has nothing on these lads.
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
This guy must be a munter. He didn't
Did you know
describe him
there's
as
an eclipse of the
disgustingly
sun in a few
handsome.
weeks' time?
It's just-
we all told
yeah,
you
yeah.
about it.
That's why he has the
Having a
yellow tie.
party
It's like the
and we're
black
all
belts in
invited.
karate.
Me and the
You
boys
get
are
you
dressing
upgrade
up
yourself
as
to
evil
a
monks.
to a nicer color
Yeah?
if you're more attractive.
Cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why the female owner had surrounded herself with men like this.
So that's how it works there, you see, right? So the red
guy
tie
was
is
slipping
obviously the
away
least
like an
attractive of the
automaton.
three because he's too much of a robot. Then you can upgrade to being a yellow tie, then blue tie, and then if you
Do you know
were
anything about
her
the
favorite,
eclipse?
you get to wear the Hawaiian
Yes.
shirts and
I'm
nothing
really
else.
looking forward
Nothing
to
else.
seeing it.
Nothing
I heard
else.
it's
Nothing at all.
Pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks. Ever heard
Yeah,
of a
you can
guy
see he's
called
absolutely no fucking
Karzak?
crack.
No.
Yeah.
There's always one in the office as well, in fairness. There's always one who's just fucking shy crack. So yeah, there's well, what's quite interesting there is that so far no one has has claimed ownership of the name Karzak so far. So whether they are lying to us or they just don't know who he is, that still remains to be seen.
Is he using a pseudonym?
Possibly. Possibly. Oh, hey, look, it is. It's our friendly neighborhood CIA agent.
It was Pearl's husband, Dwayne. It was a beat-up old wreck of an army truck.
You know, as you can imagine, whenever Dwayne is around, absolutely everything is fine. And
He's a
nothing
friendly
bad
looking
could
guy.
possibly happen. He's definitely not a harbinger of doom.
Hi, I'm George Stobart. What can you tell me about the mining company?
So I think we
General
don't
closed
officially
down one
find
of
out who
their
this guy
mines
is, but we know
after
from
the
other
explosion.
dialogue that this is Joe.
Lots of folks lost their
Um,
lives.
Because the musicians
Every
mentioned him that there was a terrible
Everybody
accident
lost
and he
my legs.
was one of the survivors. And he's also the guy
Can you
that's
tell me
hosting the
anything
party
about
for
this
the
stone?
eclipse
That's
coming up.
obsidian. It's a volcanic rock.
Oh.
which
Sounds
cooled so fast
promising.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was here a while ago.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve
Okay.
things like that to sell to tourists.
It's not. We're kind
But
of getting
it
the same
scared
stuff
people
again. It's
around
bad.
here, so I stopped.
Yeah, it's a bit repetitive, but like that's everyone's kind of got the
It's
same
really
cover
hammering
story.
it home more so.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just
Yeah,
the
why
other
don't you just
side of
walk
the
there?
square.
Oh,
Might as
Never
well
mind.
be the other side of the moon.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to
Woo!
celebrate it. Drop
Party
by.
invite.
Really?
fuck yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Don't you believe that at the end of the event of this
What
game,
do you
George
think of
actually
these
does rock up to the party and just
Awesome.
gets absolutely fucking
You
rat
ordered?
arsed.
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Like we know from the first game, after being in
It was a
Lochmarn,
friendly-
George is a point man. He enjoys his points.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Henderson. Good to see
Aww.
you again.
Yeah.
I know you, son.
George Stobart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that.
It wasn't even the paint, it was
Pearl
fucking
was
grease.
mighty impressed when the paint came off.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No, you suckered me.
That's
fair
such an
and
American
square.
attitude, isn't it? It's like, no, you got me good. I'm gonna take it like
Are
a
you
man
still
and
working
not
for-
learn from my mistakes.
You know who?
You know I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor
N-
and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met
Dwayne
you,
Henderson,
I was
an
deeply
intellectual.
impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Quaramonte?
Is that so?
It's like,
Seems
it's like,
reasonable to
I'll have
me.
you know, I actually quite like
No,
Easy
really.
Listening.
The leader of the band in the square has been in prison just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that
Interesting.
fella, Miguel, he's an
Also, use
agitator.
of the word agitator. That's come
What's the
right
real
back
reason
into
the
the
musicians are in
lexicon.
prison?
Handing
Yes,
out
it has.
subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint. On a
Oh, the
charge
plot
of
does it
inciting
thicken.
a riot.
I spoke to
Oh,
Pearl
shit.
earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
Married man, Dwayne Henderson, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George,
Oh yes.
I'm on a top
Fuck yeah.
secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb.
Okay.
400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a
Sure.
plastic initiator.
Yeah.
I'll hear the
I
bang
believe
in
it when I
China.
hear it.
Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked
Again,
her if she was
considering it's
thinking of
America,
getting a
it probably
dog,
has less
too,
sugar than the
she
actual
just
biscuits they
laughed.
eat, so they're probably healthier.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
Sure I do.
Hence why he's here, of course.
Oh, God. You don't
Yeah.
want
His pants down.
That's a mental image that you didn't want at the start of this playthrough.
Is all wound up. Seems like my investigation.
How embarrassing that they're wearing the same outfit, though.
Yeah, that's
What do you think of
yeah.
those panties,
Well,
Dwayne?
in fairness, you don't see the bottom half of Dwayne. Maybe he is.
Buy those for your girl?
I mean,
Maybe he's only
maybe.
wearing a
The
piece of
guy we know
coal.
in Paris
Oh,
got
God.
Oh, you're
Thankfully, that's not one of the
businessman.
Easter eggs, so you're fine.
Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it. It was Dwayne's truck, packed with high explosive, according to that amiable old paranoid. Reminded me of the
Yeah, the last
he
time
was in Syria.
George saw a truck like that, he basically elbow dropped it to safety.
Mr. Henderson had a strange look of determination on his face.
Well, there's only one place left to go.
So, yeah, we've seen just one more room, and then I suppose, is there a way, like the two roads out there that we can see?
Hmm.
Kind of done a lot of exploring, but not a whole lot of items being picked up. A lot of exposition, a lot of hints.
I have done just as
A lot of intrigue.
Yeah.
With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavation. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. That was a French accent we heard there.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. My name's
Hmm.
George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel
What's your ick level at the
down
moment,
to earth.
Burkball?
Oh, like 90.
Yeah, it's gonna get
we've
worse.
reached 100.
Yeah.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
He aims to please, as you can tell. And yeah, we've got a lot of ground to cover.
Do you know anything about
I'm
the
trying to work
forthcoming
out what's
General?
flashing up on the TV behind
Such
him.
things
Is it a
do
picture
not
of himself?
interest me, senor.
No, it does look like
Take a look.
it does like two really awful people having a conversation. But I think I do click on it later on, and it's a telenovela he's watching.
No, senor.
Right,
Never
okay.
heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
The lady at the mining company told us a ship belonging to Condor was here recently.
Conchita Garcia is crazy. If
Well,
I had been a
that's-
ship, do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
So funny enough, if you go to the general before you meet Conchita, she like there'd be a little bit of dialogue saying that the general's
What do you think
talking
of
shit
these
as well. So
panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
Kazakh? I never heard of him. Do I get the panties? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the
so yeah,
market.
bit of a
As a
tone
souvenir.
change there in the conversation.
Yeah.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog.
Shocking enough, we can't bribe a policeman with a dog biscuit.
We've had enough of
This way.
Quaramonte, and we want
No.
out.
Am I stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements.
Ronaldo
That's
seems like a
what
nice
he's
guy.
here for.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, senor, like
Mhm.
yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, senor.
So we found him.
Professor
He was
Ubier,
here in
a French archaeologist.
he was here in Quaramonte all along.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He
Okay.
came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be
Ronaldo
pleased
seems to have all the dog work
conducting a
too.
tour. When
Yep,
he's there,
I mean, that sounds about right.
papers,
Um,
of course.
And he doesn't even have a single medal to pin to his
Is it
chest.
true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Oh.
Yes, there is.
I
An
feel bad for him.
emergency measure introduced by West,
Yeah.
senor.
So do I.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical
But that's
roots
maybe
and
what they
we'll
want
have
you to
life.
do.
Easy.
They'll
Mm.
rip the
You
roof
think
from underneath
easy
us, and
listening
he's
to
actually the
replace
big
a
villain.
musical heritage of
There's
hundreds of years?
Ronaldo the whole time.
Happens
Wasn't
in
for the
your
pesky George.
Burpo, you're going to get a shocking surprise at the end of this game when you see who the real villain is.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30.
Barely 1% of the working population.
This is basically
This
If
is the tourist
and-
office.
Is that
It says
Brannigan?
police
Yeah,
on the
it's
sign
very,
outside.
very familiar,
It is
actually.
both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
I'm going to send wave after wave of my own people into the mines and then blow the whole fucking
The
thing up.
company is registered.
I call it Garcia's Law.
Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to
Indeed.
do with anything called
Right.
Condor.
definitely isn't anything to do with this, but you know, I don't know who he is.
Record of
I don't know who he is,
the
but he's definitely not involved in this.
Quaramonte.
Of
Never heard of him
course,
before.
Senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
I'll be back. It was General Graciento.
He does have a very nice
Quaramonte's
chair, though.
reigning slime ball.
Slightly jealous of that.
Mm.
A couple of special offer letters were strewn across the desk. I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's.
Let's see. Let's see what's on General's desks here.
It was a computer monitor with
Yeah, you can tell there he's playing Space Invaders.
displayed on it.
Meh.
I didn't have
Oh,
time to
I
get
can see that
sidetracked
now,
by
yeah.
playing computer
Mm.
games. The television was showing what appeared to be a low-budget soap. A tall man with
Oh.
long blonde hair was shouting at a woman.
That does not match up with what we're seeing on screen, but okay.
Happy with that.
Yeah. I don't need to see anything else.
It was the map which the general had been showing to Professor Ubier.
Boo.
Senor,
What is it about people and just not let me see what things they have? It's like
Oh,
they don't
well,
realize
that's
it's the main
new.
character.
Passage led to the
Yeah,
back
come
room.
on. Only get to
I
Quaramonte
wasn't going to
once.
try investigating the passage.
fucking
while
not
the
coming back
general
anyway, that's for
sat
sure.
there. A filing cabinet.
Like again,
stood
I know
in front.
I'm sure we've all had terrible
The
holidays,
filing
but like,
cabinet was
imagine being
properly
like told, literally the first person you
He had
meet,
the eyes
the
of a
guard,
cocker
and
spaniel
Quaramonte goes,
set in
he's
the
like, I
face
want to
of
leave
a hooded
Quaramonte. You can't
souffle.
leave, sir.
I couldn't help
You're
wondering
not
what
allowed.
had driven him to work
We-
for a
there
man
are
like
no
the
rules.
general.
We like your yellow t-shirt, and we're going to keep it here.
Yes.
Hi, I'm George
It's so
Silver.
rare
Hello,
finding
senor.
two yellow shirts, and
How
we
can I
get two
help
in
you?
one day.
You know anything about this eclipse?
Aha.
no,
Yeah,
El
boom boom.
General keeps me in